Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to Carter's Retro Quest. Man, it's been about a month since I've filmed anything, and I'm so glad to say those words again. Was kind of thinking maybe I wouldn't get the opportunity, but here I am. I'm glad to be back. I've missed y'all. I've only got like 150 subscribers, but to me, that's 150 family members. And I've really missed you guys, and I'm glad to be back. And we're just going to talk about some things that sold this week, maybe some of last week. Going to pick out some of the cool stuff to share with y'all. So yard sale season for us has picked up. We've hit a couple town-wides, some church sales, and just some individual sales. I've only been able to do about probably 25% of what's been out there, but I have picked up some cool stuff, and fortunately I've picked up the right stuff. Most of the stuff that I have picked up is already sold, and those are some of the things we'll talk about today. I'm going to pop them up here in the corner, and let's get right to it. All right, so first thing up, I don't know if you guys have heard of these. I haven't, but Amy had, and she knew that they had some value. These came from a church sale where it was donation only. We picked up a ton of stuff and give a pretty good donation. But these are a pair of Judy Blues blue jeans, jeggings, whatever you want to call them. I was not familiar with that name, but she knew that name right off the bat. She's like, Judy Blues can sell for pretty good money. This pair sold, we had them listed for $24.49, but I think we took a best offer on them. But here's what we sold them for, and yeah, definitely made our money back. So this is something that my friend Caleb, he over at the Old Paths, he talks quite a bit about. He picked up a lot of flatware, silverware, for $40, and he's listing over $10,000 out of that $40 investment. I was aware, beforehand that silverware could have pretty good value. We just didn't run into it that often, but here, like last fall and this spring, we've had a couple opportunities to buy them. We were at a yard sale late Saturday in a community sale. A lady did not have much stuff left, but she had this box of Oneida flatware. They're Satin Teak, I believe is the name of the design on them. She had them in a box sitting up beside her. I thought, well, those are probably really expensive. I went up and I flipped one over and saw that it was Oneida and it was stainless. And she had them in a silverware box that I have that listed separately. But the way she had them displayed, it didn't look like she had many. And but I opened the bottom drawer, and lo and behold, there's I believe there's 48 pieces to this set. And she had it marked $15. I didn't see that she had it marked, but I asked her what she wanted for it. She said, well, I had it marked $15. Nobody's bought it. Shoot me an offer. I said, would you take 10? And she took that, and as you can see, we listed it for $150 and sold it in 2 days. I could have priced it a little higher, but we just wanted to get it out of here. So $10 investment, $150 plus shipping. So, I mean, we're going to clear $120 off a $10 investment. Pretty good in my book. I'm happy with it. So, a couple episodes back, I told you guys about those coasters that I bought down on the Route 41 sale last year out of just a shed in the backyard where they had a bunch of new NCAA stuff. This Alabama license plate. Sorry, Jaybird. But this license plate was in that group. Paid $1 or so for it. Sold it for $14.99 plus shipping. All right, this was just a book of Pokemon cards that I picked up this past weekend. Picked them up on Saturday. They were in a book in those little 9-page dividers. I don't know nothing about Pokemon. I've said it a million times. I can't tell you a Pokemon from a Pokedot. The girl said she wanted $2.50 for them, and it was kind of late in the day again. I mean, it was probably already 10 o'clock in the morning, and these all opened at 7. But they were sitting there. She said she wanted $2.50 for them. And then she said I would take $1.50, and I said, no, $2.50 is fine. And then I think I gave her 5. But I didn't go through them. I glanced through them, saw there was a couple shiny ones in it. I saw that there was a couple from 2005, 1995. So I paid her the $5, listed them Tuesday, and sold them Tuesday night for $25 plus shipping. There may be $100 worth of cards there. There may be $5 worth of cards there. It's not something I'm passionate about. I'm passing that on to somebody else. I made somebody happy by buying them. Somebody made me happy by buying them. It's a win-win as far as I'm concerned. But $5 into $25, I'm good with it. All right, these came from a community sale last weekend. A lady had 2 bags of these. One was, I'll show you the other ones here shortly too. One was these Covenant Mega Blocks, Halo Mega Blocks, and the other one is Halo, the bad guys and the good guys, basically. She had them bagged up separately, taped together, with $10 on them. I honestly didn't think they were worth much. I didn't know Mega Blocks were really expensive, or, I didn't think they were Legos, basically. And she said, again, this was, they started at 7, and this was probably 11 o'clock in the afternoon. She had them marked $10, and I said, would you do 8? She said, yeah. I didn't look them up or anything. I just bought them. Later that evening, we got home. I started going through stuff, and I was like, wow, these have some value. We sold these for $60, I believe, plus shipping. And then we sold the other ones too, and I'll show you those here in just a sec. This little pooch, it's a porcelain, it's a Japan porcelain little terrier. It's about 2 inches tall. It's really small. I picked it up at a yard sale. A person had a whole flat, a little box of Japanese porcelain dogs of different kinds. At that whole yard sale, I spent $20. So I don't know what I have into this really. As much as I bought, I would probably say a dime if I have that. But it sold for $10.99 plus shipping, I believe. But yeah, it was listed for a little bit. Not a real fast mover, but pretty high profit margin there for what I paid for it. This next item, this Lively Jitterbug flip phone. These are set up when I used to work for a different company. When I worked, we sold these a lot to seniors and stuff like that. They have big buttons and they're pretty easy to operate. But this lady at the yard sale was getting rid of this one. It was brand new, never used. She wanted $5 for it. I paid her $5 for it, sold it for $32.99 plus shipping. Okay, so these are the other Mega Blocks that we purchased that I was talking about. These are the good guys, the Halo Marines. We sold these kits for $51 plus shipping. So $60, $51 plus shipping on both of those for an $8 investment. That's a pretty good flip, and I will be checking out the Mega Blocks from now on, because I did not. I thought Lego was really the only collectible out there that people cared about. I didn't know these Mega Blocks had that kind of marketplace. So be on the lookout for Mega Blocks. They sell just as good as Legos do. Well, in this instance anyway. This is something that I usually can't pass up. It's just built in my head to buy them. This was a brand new sealed cassette tape. The Best of the Beach Boys. Paid $0.25 for it at a yard sale. Sold it for $9.99 plus shipping. I'm looking around the camera here because I'm looking at my computer behind me, behind the camera. These, we've sold a few of these. Amy saw these at a church yard sale. They were in a box. We're not big Precious Moments buyers by any means. So we don't buy a lot of Precious Moments. We see them here and there, but usually they're priced really high, and they don't have a great sell-through rate. Some of them can be worth money. The Noah's Ark stuff, the wedding stuff, those are ones to be on the lookout for, but most of the time, a lot of the times, they're not super valuable. But Amy spotted this box of these at a church sale. This is one of the just taking donations for it. I told her, I was like, just, take them all. But this one is I'm proud to be an American Marine. We had a few different ones of these. We had a couple males and a couple female soldiers. And then a male soldier with a walkie-talkie. But they're all called "I'm proud to be an American," and they got a generic, UPC on them, so you kind of got to type them in and look for them. But at this church sale, since it was donation, we really didn't even look them up. I figured they was probably worth $5 or $6 a piece. So we grabbed them. But these surprisingly had a little bit of value to them. This is one of the male soldiers with a walkie-talkie. Let me see real quick. We took an offer on him for $26.34 plus shipping. So he was definitely a good pickup. So good job, Amy. This Precious Moments figurine it's Most Precious Moments, I believe is the name of it. This one sold for $19 plus shipping. Came from that same church sale where we gave a donation. This came from my personal toy collection. I found some of my stuff in a bag in storage, stuff that I'm not really into keeping. But this is Man-at-Arms, the Motu, Masters of the Universe. This is Man-at-Arms Mace from the original toy. This little bitty teeny quarter-size piece of plastic, so for $10 plus shipping. And I've got some more of that stuff in a bag that I really need to get listed because that's some pretty easy money. All right, this guy, I just thought he was a cool-looking figure. He was at a yard sale a couple weeks ago. I actually bought him to put on these shelves because I thought, man, this guy's wicked looking. They wanted $1 for him. I hope you just didn't hear my knee pop. But they wanted $1 for him, and I'm like, that's an easy buy. He's going to look great on my shelf. Brought him home. We did a Google search for him. Actually, Amy did. And he's worth like $25. We took a best offer for like $19.97 and sold him. But be on the lookout for these little guys because I didn't know they were, that collectible, but this is the Scarecrow from Batman Arkham Asylum. He looks like he's got Freddy Krueger claws, but those are actually syringes where he gives his nightmare medicine or whatever. But I thought it was a cool looking figure for $1. Turned into a $20 flip. So good job, Amy, on taking my toys away. This guy, bobbleheads, Cincinnati Reds, Nick Lododo. I hope I'm saying that right. We bought 2 of these and a Yadier Molina bobblehead at the same yard sale. We made a bundle on some Miss Me Sparkle Butt jeans and these bobbleheads and a couple other things for $20. So I probably had $3 or $4 in them, but he sold for $16.49 plus shipping. This little guy I hate to see go. I bought him at an estate sale. It was that one where they were throwing everything in the junk. They were going to throw everything in the trash at the end of the day. I could not let this guy hit the trash. This is a 1988 Acme Luigi, one of the little original plushes. He was missing one of his buttons. We noted that in the description. The buyer left feedback too, and my first ever picture feedback. He left some positive feedback about the way we shipped it, and that it was exactly it was described and pictured, and how he was going to fix him up and add him to his collection, and he was really happy to get him. I didn't have much into this guy. I'm going to say a quarter if I had a quarter. But we sold him for $15 plus shipping. I'm kind of sad to see him go because he was probably actually going to go up on the shelf too. Everybody knows I love my Nintendo Classics stuff. So Luigi left, found a new home for 15 bucks. This is something we always buy when we get a chance. The Starbucks tumblers. This is what you would call a destination one. I liked it because it looked like a Miami Vice type, design. Looked like something 80s retro. But I paid $1 for this, sold it for 15 plus shipping. I also only buy those if they have the top and everything with them. I don't know, they probably sell without them, but I'm just picky when it comes to cups and stuff like that. Sold pretty fast, sold within like 4 days. Everything that we're talking about today pretty much sold within 5 days of listing it. So these are pretty quick turnaround items. I'm skipping over a lot of the boring media stuff. We have shipped a lot of DVD bundles and stuff, and that stuff's boring. Everybody sells that, and there was nothing in it special, so we're skipping them. All right, so this is the Yadier Molina bobblehead that I was talking about. He came with the other bobblehead, and the other two bobbleheads of the same guy. Same sale. Had 20 bucks into everything I bought, so probably had $4 or $5 in him. But this Yachty actually sold for $39.99 plus shipping. It was a stadium exclusive giveaway too. I wish I had several of them to list. I think Yachty lasted about 2 days. This will be the last thing we cover, just because I don't want to make a super long video. This is my first video back in a month, like I said earlier. I don't want everybody to get tired of me and quit watching it 4 minutes. So we're going to make it kind of quick if we can. This yard sale a couple weeks ago I stopped at. It was probably my favorite yard sale that I've stopped at this season. There were two deaf individuals who had been together forever. You could tell they were probably in their 60s, late 60s, early 70s, and they worked together as a team to communicate, and it was probably one of the sweetest things I've ever seen. But excuse me, he was getting out of the models, and he had a whole table full of these type of items. They were all military, tanks, planes, jet fighters, just different types of stuff. World War II, modern, all of them brand spanking new. He never put them together. He had a table full, and if I was able to, I would have bought all of them. I would have bought everything he had. But this particular one, I picked out two. His pricing wasn't really, he hadn't priced them off eBay. He had some price for $40 that I looked up that sold for $35 to $40 on eBay. And he had some for 15, 20 bucks that sold for $100, $150 on eBay. So his pricing wasn't really, he priced them how he liked them, basically. It wasn't even priced how he purchased them, because the sticker prices were still on them. He priced them as much as he thought fit. But this particular jet, and then I bought a anime jet. I paid $35 for both of them. But this one sold for $107 plus shipping, going international. So 15 bucks into 107 before fees. Pretty good deal. Retro and I would like to say that she is spoiled, rotten. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. Sorry it's been a month since my last video, but if you're watching this video, I love you, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Say bye. Tell them bye. We're out.